This is a 1969 Camaro Z28 Resto Mod Pro Touring car. Car got shipped up to me from Florida, and I'm just going to get the camera off the tripod. I'm going to show you a little bit about the car and talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing to it. And this is going to be the very first wash because it just came off the transporter truck. It is filthy. There's going to be a lot of detailing content. If you guys want to see it, from restoring the paint, the interior, we're going to be doing some billet aluminum refinishing, which I think a lot of you guys have asked me since I started my channel on how to do it. Down in Florida, and got shipped up to me to do some, fine tuning. It's pretty much going to be a complete overhaul. It's pretty much one of those situations. A lot of these cars at auction, people start building them, they start going in the right direction, and usually somebody runs out of money, and that's where the projects tend to go south. So the car is mini tubbed, as you guys can see here. You got some 18 by 12.5 billet specialty wheels. It's got a full Detroit Speed Quadrolink. If you guys don't know who Detroit Speed is, they are the premier manufacturer of pro touring suspensions for Fords and GM cars. So you can just see it here. So it's nice blue, black stripes. Stripes are painted on. It's got a steel cowl induction hood. A lot of guys usually put fiberglass hoods on these cars. And overall, the car is a really nice car. It's fully solid. It's got the original rocker panels, which I'll go under the car and I'll show you. So all the pinch welds down below, these are all original, which means that the car wasn't a basket case or a rust bucket to begin with. But these cars are really cool. I work on a lot of these cars. I build a lot of these cars. And if you guys want to see more content on this along the way, just post it in the comment section below, because this is stuff that I love to work on. This stuff is very, very challenging. And the paint's got overspray. There's overspray all over. You can see the car is absolutely filthy. That's from being transported up here. And that's just what happens with enclosed trailers. You can see the billet wheels. They need some new life brought back into them. They're totally shot. So billet aluminum, there's no clear coat. There's no protective finish. And just from washing the car and letting soap and water sit on it, it etches the surface. And you can see it's extremely cloudy. There's just no life left in these wheels anymore, and these are expensive wheels. So the paint is definitely nice, but it's going to need a deep cleaning with McGuire's Red Professional Cleaning Clay. And then I'm going to have to do a deep compound and cut on the car because it's totally rough. And there's going to have to be some color sanding and stuff like that done to it. But this is it. Let's move over to the interior. I'll show you guys that quick. So it's just a quick shot of the interior. It's all custom. All the wood grain accents are going to be removed by me. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. But there's also going to be some fine tuning of the audio system and stuff like that. So these are custom TMI seats. The car's mini tubbed, so the back seat has to be cut and modified to fit, and it's really nicely done. So here's under the hood. This is just a modified LS2, nothing crazy, but it's nicely cleanly done. You guys can see that there. And this whole car is going to get a complete overhaul. So from the front clip forward, we're going to be changing that over to winter. We're probably going to put an LT4 motor in there or a Mass Motorsports LS7. Customer has not decided what he wants to do yet, but just to show you what we're going to be working on. And I'll probably do some videos or a video on how to detail an engine compartment, especially on a classic car. Just got to take certain steps because there's a lot of stuff that's exposed, and you also don't want water to be sitting in certain areas where it's going to cause corrosion. As you guys can see here, that's what happens. These black oxide bolts start to corrode, and it starts to bleed into the paint. So I'll end up taking this off. I'll probably go in there with the Ruprez Hybrid Nano, compound this whole area out, get all the rust out, and replace this with a black stainless steel bolt from one of my vendors. So you guys can see that there. So it's a pretty cool car, and I don't think you're going to see any other YouTuber or detailing channel show you guys some of this stuff. So I think if you guys really want to see it, please show your enthusiasm and post your feedback below, because 69 Camaro, 69 Mustang, those cars are pretty iconic, and that pretty much lays the foundation of modern muscle cars that we have today that are absolutely incredible. So let's get set up. We're going to start washing this car now. We're going to start with the wheels. Like I said, these wheels are going to be completely refinished. It's going to be an extensive amount of labor to do it, but right now we just want to get some of the dirt off the wheels. We're not going to go crazy with detailing brushes or anything like that. I have a boar's hair wheel cleaning brush here. I got some autofanatic professional wheel cleaner in a bucket, and we're going to be using my Foaming F100. That's already charged, and we're going to foam it up. And like I said, these are billet aluminum wheels. You got to be very, very careful what type of wheel cleaner you use on this. If you use any kind of acid or a cleaner that has a pH of 12 or higher, you will oxidize and cloud the rims almost immediately. So the F100 gives really nice foam, like we're showing you there. Now the tires are going to be replaced on this car, so I'm not going to go crazy cleaning them, but we'll definitely give them a little scrub. Just because of handling, there's a lot of silicones and oils that are on them. Okay, you guys can see already the autofanatic wheel cleaner is starting to break up a lot of that dirt and grime. So I'm going to let that dwell for a minute. I'm going to go grab my tire brush. And that's what's great about the wheel cleaner, is that it's also good to clean tires. So you can do it in one simple step. I'll show you guys right there. You can see what's coming off the tires right there. This brush. And I recommend on billet aluminum or chrome to use a boar's hair brush. Do not use nylon, even though the bristles could be soft at the ends. I've just found over the years of working on and owning so many vintage cars that the boar's hair is guaranteed to be the safest. So let's just get the camera closer. You guys can see just that quick clean with the autofanatic professional wheel cleaning foam literally brought these wheels seriously back to life. Got a lot of dirt out of them, even inside the barrel. You guys can see that there. The barrel's nice and bright. So we're just going to move on to the rest of the wheels right now. I'm going to go over at the rear wheel. These are gigantic. They have really big outer lips. You guys can see that there. Look inside the barrel. You guys can see a lot of the accumulated brake dust and grime. These wheels probably were never ever properly cleaned since this car was built. And that's why with the F100, like I showed you guys in my demo video, you don't necessarily need the wands. If you're able to just get in there. Okay, tire brush. And there's definitely a silicone dressing on these tires from the way they're coming clean. But we're getting it all off. And like I said, this is just going to be the first stage of cleaning this car. I already assessed it. I kind of know what it needs as far as detailing goes. But I'm more concerned about the mechanical overhauls because that's the fun stuff for me. You guys can see that there. And look at all the crap that's coming off just from inside that barrel. And cleaning these deep lip outer barrels is so much fun. I don't know if any of you guys actually ever had a car with something like this, but it's just really cool stuff. And it's also a lot of fun to go in there and polish them. And I'll show you guys that in a future video very soon, because these wheels are going to come off and I'm going to pretty much refinish them by hand. I could actually feel there's overspray all over these wheels as well. Okay, so once again, you can see there, did a pretty damn good job. And I didn't even go in there with the wheel woolly into the barrel because I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to take care of the inner barrels when I refinish these wheels. Also, a quick safety tip, like I'll show you here. Whenever you're working on a classic car or car that's questionable parking brake, put a wheel chock or a recycled rubber parking curb behind it. Otherwise, this car will end up rolling down the driveway when you turn your back. And I've had that happen many times. So That's something that you don't ever want to have happen, to chase after an old car, trying to jump in and stop it. Believe it or not, if any of you guys, dread cleaning any of your modern cars, I tell you one thing: when you have something with a deep dish like this, with a nice soft boar's hair brush, it's like therapeutic just to go in there and go back and forth. I'll tell you, I don't know why, but I've always loved it. Even as a kid, it was one of my favorite things about detailing hot rods and vintage muscle cars and cars that had like reverse offset Krager Super Sports. And some of my older guys out there, you know what I'm talking about. It's just good stuff. So something that I noticed, I don't see if the camera will pick it up, there's some grease right there in the barrel. Most likely there is a leak, or there was a leak when somebody was bleeding the car out with the brakes. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this particular area just to get that off. We're just going to let the autofanatic wheel cleaning foam just try to reactivate that, and we're just going to pressure wash it off like I show you. So another common issue on a lot of vintage cars is when guys like to bleed the brakes, they do the old-fashioned sloppy way by letting the bleeder open. Somebody steps on the pedal, it sprays everywhere. It's just carelessness. When I build a car, you guys could see some of the stuff that I do. Everything is protected and covered, and there's just a level of meticulous care because I treat everything as my own, because I don't ever want to have the inside barrel, the caliper, any of the suspension components to get hit with the brake fluid where it's going to cause an issue with reactivating and destroying the finish. That to me drives me insane. And I can't even tell you how many times I go to a custom car show and I see always the barrel, it's got a drop or a section where the brake fluid just leaked out, either from the bleeders not being tight or from sloppy mechanics. And you guys can see there that little extra spritz of the foam reactivated all that grease, and we got it off the inside barrel. So down to the home stretch, the last wheel. All right, wheels are done. Let's get ready and move on to the fun part. We're going to foam this guy up right now. This foam cannon, because this is the one that I seem to use all the time, so let's get started right now. Switch to jet. Purge some of the air. Okay. Now, how cool is that to see this car being foam washed? Oh man, this thing is awesome. It's 2 buckets, and we got the autofanatic 007 Snowstorm, and we're gonna do a light contact wash. We're not gonna go too heavy on this car, and the wash mop just makes life so much easier. Now, I'm not gonna go crazy because this car needs a full correction, a pretty serious correction, because of all the overspray that's on it. But we just want to get it cleaned and looking better. And always be careful with the wiper blades on old cars. This color is freaking incredible. I had a Chevelle back in the days. It was in the same color. See all the dirt. Look at all the dirt that's coming off this car. And a lot of guys always ask, oh, is the microfiber wash mop safe? 100%, otherwise they wouldn't be showing you guys this. It just makes your life a lot easier. especially if you have lower back issues like I have, and it just maximizes your time to get the wash out of the way and focus on the fun stuff. That's going out and drive. 2 buckets connected together with the wash mop makes washing an SUV or any kind of car probably one of the easiest things you'll ever do. You're using your upper body strength and your core, and you do a phenomenal job with no issues whatsoever. All right, rinse down time. Another little tip, if you guys follow my channel, last year I had a 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible, and when I washed that car, I taped up all around the windows and the convertible tops, because the old cars, especially the convertibles, are notorious to leak. This car is not a convertible, so I didn't do that, but it's also going to be a good idea to wash the car without taping it to see if anything is leaking from the windows, if anything has to be adjusted. Now's the time to do it, because if I taped it up, I'm never going to really know what other fine-tuning I have to do in the shop as far as getting this thing perfect. So if it's leaking from any of the windows, I'll know that I have to pull them out and reseal them. If anything's leaking coming in from the door glass, I have to adjust the door tracks and the mechanisms as well. So that's why I didn't tape it up for this video. I could already see a little bit of water got on the inside, so that this window has to be adjusted closer to the weather stripping. Washed, rinsed off, now ready to dry. We're going to go over with the Ego blower, get all the water out of the wheels. You do not want to let sitting water, even if you have a filtration system, sitting on raw billet aluminum like that. It's just going to cause more etching. Guys, so that's the initial wash of the 1969 Camaro Z28. Sun's starting to come up right now, and the gloss is absolutely insane on this paint with the Autofanatic 007 gloss enhancer. You guys saw the steps I went through washing this vintage car, so I hope you guys liked this video. Please set your notifications for the next Autofanatic video, and if you guys want to see content on 1969 Camaro, the complete overhaul, detailed videos on this, also a 1969 Mustang, and a 1963 split window Corvette Pro Touring. Post your feedback in the comments section below, because this is stuff that I love to work on. These are special projects that I take on this time of the year, every year. And like I said, I don't know if some of my audience really loves the older content, but these are pretty much iconic automobiles. No matter what kind of cars you like, no matter what age bracket, these things should resonate with you as well. So please like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for the next video. And please visit auto-fanatic.com and look at the automotive lifestyle news section, and I'll do some further stories and updates on the 1969 Camaro Z28. And I'll see you guys on the next video.